friends, welcome to another episode of Makeup with Elle. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Jahida. Today we are doing a BoxyCharm unboxing. I am super stoked to have gotten this in the mail, and we are just going to show you everything that came inside my personal BoxyCharm. If you don't know what BoxyCharm is, it is a monthly subscription where every month you get about 5 full-size products for a little bit over $20 a month. I have been getting BoxyCharm for a little while now, and I have started to fall absolutely in love with the different products that are coming in. So we are going to do our makeup using the items that came in today. But first, we're going to talk about what those items are so that you can compare my BoxyCharm with yours. The first item that I got in my BoxyCharm is this Dose of Colors eyeshadow palette in Sassy Siennas. And the colors are just super pretty. They are corals and browns, and it's just such a cute palette that could, you could throw it in a travel bag super easily. Next, I got an eyeliner. It is from the company Hollywood and Vine, and it is just a pencil liner in the black shade. Moving on, I got a tinted brow gel from the company Mellow in a dark brown shade. I also got the Iconic London setting spray, and it has these flecks in it that's like glitter almost, but it looks like silk too, so it is a setting mist. And lastly in my box, I got an lip gloss plumper, or lip plumping gloss in the shade Sex Kitten from Iconic London. I am going to be using all of these products for the very first time, so it kind of took some getting used to. I've never even used a Dose of Color eyeshadow palette before, and you'll see that as we get into the video. But I created this entire look using the items from the box. Typically on this channel, I put BoxyCharm and Ipsy together, but I have just recently decided to split them up and make their own videos because they do kind of need their own reflection, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear these beautiful Minnie Mouse ears that are just like the classic, everybody knows them ears for all of my future BoxyCharm unboxings. If you want to see how I created this look and kind of what happened while I was putting them on my face, continue watching this video. I already went ahead and did my base makeup off camera because I wasn't using any of the BoxyCharm items. So we're going to get right in with the items that we did get from the BoxyCharm. We're going to be using the Sassy Sienna's eyeshadow palette. I feel like these colors are super pretty, and they're like colors that I'm kind of comfortable with. They're like the neutral browns, corals. So we're going to do a really quick smoky eye using the palette. I already went ahead and set my eyes. I put concealer on, set them. I'm going to go ahead and use this middle shade right in here first. And this shade is going to go right into my crease. Holy crap. This is a lot darker, like a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. So we're just going to try to blend that in. That blends super pretty. This is going to be a very different look than I anticipated, but this is such a pretty color, and it does blend out really pretty. So this is going to be like the base of my smoky eye. It's going to be a darker smoky eye than I'm usually used to, so we want it to have a halo look right above that crease. And this, I literally can't get over how pretty this blends. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. So essentially when I'm doing a smoky eye, I want the color of the eyeshadow to actually match my eyebrow. So I don't want it to be kind of weirdly shaped. So I'm basically following that arch of my eyebrow so that it looks nice and level and even. I'm going to move on to this lighter color right in here. And I'm just going to take that color and add that to the very top of that blend. I literally love this, but I wish I would have been warned at how pigmented this was, or I would have done my research a little bit, but I love this palette. So very lightly, I'm just taking that coral color and placing it right above that original color so that it blends out and smokes out. That way it looks like a gradient instead of just a pop of color. And then lastly, I am going to dig into the darkest shade in the palette. That's this brown right in here. I'm very terrified. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and I am just going to tap that into my lid. Now, if you've done a smoky eye before, you'll notice that my brush is pretty thick for a traditional smoky eye. But honestly, I have hooded eyes, so when I open my eye, I want to be able to actually see the color. So I'm not just kind of keeping it only on my lid, I'm really kind of bringing that up just a little bit higher than my lid. So tap it on until it gets turned the color that I want it to, or I have enough pigment on it that I want. And then I can start to swipe to blend it out. Holy guacamole and chips. I don't want to look like I just got punched in the eyeball. So I need to blend this out just a little bit better. I just took a smaller brush and I am fixing that brown on my lid. Yeah, I think that works better. Like, I want to get a lot of surface area, but a small brush still helps actually. So scratch what I just told you before. What I'm going to do is, because these colors are very, very dark for my face, I'm going to take another palette. I'm going to use the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. It's my true and trusty palette. It has some more of these lighter colors in it. So I'm going to take this yellow color and try to blend the yellow into the pigmentation that I have going on my eye, just so that I could see if I could lessen it a little bit. I'm also going to use that yellow shade to kind of blend all of the colors together so that it's a nicer pale smoky eye. And you'll see it's actually working, right? So I'm not going to wipe it completely off of my eye, which I've done before, but I'm going to take a lighter shade and try to blend that lighter shade into the darker one. And I am going to take that all the way down my eye so it doesn't look like a halo effect, like a yellow film over just the top and not the bottom. But I'm going to take that yellow all over my eyelid. What I'm noticing is, as I'm doing this, is kind of blending all these colors together, but it's making it look almost like a more matte color, which I actually am kind of digging. This almost feels like a Halloween look to me. I feel like it's very dramatic. And so, like I said, I'm kind of blending it over my entire eye, taking it all the way up to my eyebrow. Again, I'm just going to swipe this over my entire eye, starting at the top, working my way down my eye, and then going back up. It's creating a nice gradient between all of the different layers that I've already placed on there. And I'm going to keep going until my eyes look the same. So now that I'm looking nice and scary, we're going to move on to putting on eyeliner. So because I'm doing a smoky eye, I'm just going to kind of do a smoked out kind of wing. So I'm going to line my eyelids the same way I would line it with a liquid liner or a felt liner. And I'm just going to kind of color it in and blend it in. So I'm just doing a tiny baby wing. I don't know if people say that, but I'm just doing a tiny wing and then doing like a smoky effect. So I'm just kind of brushing my eyeliner right on my lid. And I don't usually, like I said, use a pencil for things like this, but we are trying it. I'm gonna line my waterline. I usually take my pencil, I put it in the tip of my eye, close my eye, and then just kind of drag it along my waterline. And that generally works if you keep your hand nice and still. So I'm gonna do the same on the other eye, making just a baby wing, and then smoking it out over my eyelid. I'm doing my eyeliner first because I want to be able to clean up the sides of my eye and know exactly where my eyeliner is. So I'm just going to go ahead and line the rest of my eye. Next, I am going to take a wipe and I'm going to clean up just like anywhere where there's fallout. Just very lightly kind of passing my wipe over those areas. And then I'm going to clean up underneath my eye. I'm going to take a tiny bit of concealer, put it on the back of my hand, and just kind of tap a very small brush into that concealer. And then I'm just going to clean up that area. Then I'm going to take my finger and just kind of pat it down. I don't want it to look too sharp, so I'm not going to do anything crazy, but I'm going to pat it down and blend it in with the rest of my face. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And again, I don't want it too sharp, so I'm just gonna draw like that line. I'm also gonna place this concealer over this random black spot that I got. I think it was eyeliner, but I'm not 100% confident. And I feel like that looks great. Just my opinion. I'm gonna drop some concealer right down here because my eyeliner kind of got all kinds of crazy. So basically, concealer is acting as my eraser right now. I'll drop some more right here. And I didn't really have anything on this side of my eye, but because this side of the eye looks very bright because I just placed that concealer, and I want it to look even, I'm gonna do both sides. I'm going to use my sponge that I put my foundation on my face with, and kind of tap that in. I'm also going to take the tip of my sponge and I'm going to clean up, not adding more product to it, but I'm going to clean up the inner corners of my eye. Basically using whatever concealer is kind of left over and tap that in everywhere that I feel like I need it. In the grand scheme of things, I would probably do my eyes using this palette before I did my foundation and stuff like that. So that's what I'll be doing moving forward with this palette. There was a lot of fallout. It was super smooth. It actually blended out really, really great. But retrospect, I would probably do it prior to my foundation. That way so much cleanup wouldn't be needed. Moving on. I'm going to take the brush with some leftover blush and kind of add some blush back to this part of my face. I'm going to use my eyebrow tint. I really love eyebrow products. I feel like me and my eyebrows have a love-hate relationship, to be 100% honest. Like, sometimes I can do them and I can go a whole month making them look absolutely perfect. And then there are times where I'm just like, I hate my eyebrows in every single picture that I take. So finding new eyebrow products is probably like one of my favorite things right now. So I'm going to use this eyebrow tint. I already shaded in like the bald spots of my eyebrows, and I am just going to fill in my brow. I like this color. I feel like the brush is a little bit odd because it's in a triangular shape or a Christmas tree shape. But I really like the color. Like, it matches my eyebrow hair kind of well. So we're gonna let that dry and see if it dries down kind of like a gel, like, you know, the e.l.f. version of it or the ColourPop version of it. It just says it's tinted brow gel, so it should, but we will see. Next, before I set my face, I like to take a sponge and kind of pat down my entire face to make sure everything is blended out perfectly, everything kind of looks really good. So I'm just literally patting down everything except my eyes and my eyebrows. We are going to move on to the Iconic London setting spray. Now, if you've watched my last video, you will know that my new routine of doing my makeup is to set my face before I put on mascara and lipstick. And I do this because, I don't know, maybe I wasn't like waiting long enough for everything to kind of dry down, but every time I sprayed my face after I put on mascara, and I've waited 1 minute before, 5 minutes before, it just kind of makes my mascara run everywhere. I don't like to use waterproof mascara just because it kind of stays on your eyelids for a really long time, but I'm going to set my face first and then I'm going to apply mascara and apply my lipstick. I never look attractive when I'm spraying my face. I feel like I always make a weird face. This smells really good. This smells like, I don't know, it smells like a hairspray or like a dry shampoo that I've used before. But it has like a really refreshing kind of smell. I like to spray a lot of stuff on my face just because I like the more glowy kind of look. And we're gonna use Fanny to dry it up. Oh, Fanny died. R.I.P. Fanny. She died on me. I need to charge her. Poor Fanny. She's trying. Look. It's like we are gonna use my absolute favorite mascara. It's the BFF mascara from ColourPop. I feel like this mascara curls my lashes and just like makes it look super fake, which I love. Like fake in a good way. For my lower lashes, I'm going to switch to my MAC mascara just because it has a thinner brush and I feel like it gets my lower lashes better. And my eyes look very smoky. I'm loving it. I'm kind of liking this look. Next, we are going to move on to the lipstick. And I'm actually more excited now because this look matches super well with this lipstick. Or lip gloss is what I really meant. So I'm actually super excited. I'm starting to feel the lip plumping kind of happening, which I like a lot. This color is super pretty. I don't typically use glosses like this, but I'm like really digging this. It's the same shade as my shirt, that's for sure. And that wasn't planned. Last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some highlighter. So we are gonna use the tried and true Prisma Glow palette. I'm going to use the color Fire Glow. I just tend to kind of navigate to Fire Glow pretty often. So I'm gonna tap into that and then I'm just going to very lightly just swipe that on my cheeks, tip of my nose. I don't think my lips need any more highlighter than it already has because of the lip gloss, but I'm going to place this in a few places. Alrighty, so this is the final look. It was super interesting how we got here. I actually love this look. I like how the eyes kind of match the lip, so that was pretty awesome on BoxyCharm's part to kind of have something that matched super well, or at least I think super well. I also matched my shirt to it, which was super interesting. I didn't look at this box prior to opening it, promise. I literally love how it turned out. What do you guys think? I want to talk about my two favorite products just really quickly. The first one is the Sassy Sienna's palette. I keep looking at the name just because I want to pronounce it properly. And I just think that this palette is super pigmented. I've never actually used Dose of Colors eyeshadow before, so I wasn't prepared or ready for just how much pigment was going to come onto my brush. I did everything that I could. I tapped some of it off, but it was just awesome. I think now that I have tried it on my eyes, I will be more careful, but I honestly really love that I made the mistake in the first place because I love the way this look turned out. The second product is actually the iconic London Lip Plumper Gloss. And I love this because it's like not a color I would typically wear, but I do love it. I can feel the tingly sensation of a lip plumper, but it's not like pain. I don't know if you have tried lip plumpers before and they just kind of hurt your lips. This feels like a cooling, minty kind of feel, but I love the color, I love the gloss, and I love how it feels. There was honestly like nothing that I hated or didn't like from this palette. I was surprised, and BoxyCharm is a big thumbs up for me this month because I loved everything that I got. Like literally everything. I am super excited to get next month's BoxyCharm. I got one spoiler for the next month, so I'm super excited to touch it, and you will see in my next BoxyCharm video. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. If you got your BoxyCharm, comment down below what your favorite product was. Was it the Dose of Colors palette or the lip gloss just like mine? Let me know down in the comments. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and hanging out with me. I love you so much. Bye.